Blessings, everyone. It's Minister Patricia. And yes, I am on a tangent, but not down a rabbit hole. But I am doing my research because not only as an American, I don't feel safe anymore, but I feel like we are pawn pieces just like I'm showing here. Okay? And the reason why I say that is because this man has been in office 6 times. Benjamin Netanyahu here, he's been in office 6 times. One of those times he was charged and indicted for 3 charges: fraud, bribery, and breach of trust. He was allowed to remain as prime minister, but he had to relinquish all of his responsibilities, ministerial duties, as far as that is concerned, with the bribery, the breach of trust. Now, if you're going to betray your entire country as the prime minister, that's a lot to say about your character and your moral compass. So keep that as your little bullet point, okay? Keep that as your umbrella. Let's use that as an umbrella. Bribery, breach of trust of the country, and fraud. Okay, that's his umbrella over his head. That's what he was indicted with. Now, starting in 1995, he wrote a book. In the book, he's explaining how he told America that if you guys don't do the right thing, blah, 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 your World Trade Center is going to be attacked. That's not a coincidence. Now we're going to fast forward to this past weekend in Australia. He says out of his own mouth that 4 months ago he wrote a letter to Australia leaders saying, you were doing this and that, and you're going to have a incident. You're going to be attacked. And then this weekend, 18 people are unalived in a mass pew pew pew. Come on. If there's nothing indicates that's a coincidence, he is behind the scenes orchestrating things, because he says in the previous video that I posted that every time something happens to Israel, everybody flocks to their rescue and feels bad for them and saves them because they're biblical people. And this is why I'm posting this. Because remember, the scripture says that Satan comes as light. He can portray himself as light. And that's what this man is doing. He's portraying himself as light, but he is the puppet master telling America what they should be doing, telling these people anything that doesn't coincide with what their agenda is going to be attacked. So they're basically blackmailing countries into running behind them and being pawns in their game. And he is the chess player. He is the puppet master. It was not a coincidence this weekend, because this weekend was Hanukkah. So all of a sudden, there's an attack on Hanukkah. Just like with October 7th, I forgot what holiday it was, but it was also a huge holiday when Hamas supposedly attacked them. These, to me, are, what do those call those, false flags? These are false flags. He because he bribes people, he is paying people. Let's say you're an outcast in your own country, whatever country it is. You're an outcast, you've been kicked out, whatever. So those three men, the father, the son, and the other person, he paid those people to commit that. He paid them. It's almost like when you have a sleeper cell, you bribe them, you tell them what you're gonna do. That is going to make them even in a worse position. So what do? They take the bribe so they can be a sleeper cell in your country. Now remember, one was terminated, the other one was got away, and one was apprehended for the Australia thing. Now let's go back to the World Trade Center, 9/11. If Bush was in office and Bush knew that he knew that he knew that there was an imminent attack and he wasn't present, and this one wasn't present, and that one wasn't present, that is not a coincidence, people. These people are orchestrating it. Now, he wasn't in office for 9/11. He was out of office in 1999, but he's still behind the scenes, pulling the puppet strings. This has been going on since the 1500s when the Rothschilds seized Israel because they paid both parties in the war. They paid for their weapons for both sides. That is historical record. The Rothschilds paid for the weapons for the Israelis and for the people they were at war with. I don't know if it was Palestinians, whatever. Doesn't even matter at this point. The point is, they made them think that they lost or they won and the other one gave up. That's what happened in the 1500s. That is the Rothschilds. Folks, you have got to wake up. This is much deeper. This is really a spiritual battle. And this Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu is a false light. He is a false beacon of light. He's making this thing like he's saving Israel. He is orchestrating that pew pew this weekend, that mass thing that happened on Bondi Beach. He orchestrated that. Look at the other video that I posted that I happened to get from my son overnight. Look at that video where he is saying with his own mouth, basically threatening or blackmailing America and basically doing the same thing in Australia. And they both got hit with the same thing that he said they would get hit. Come on, he's behind the scenes. That's why he's laughing. God bless you all. This is biblical, people. This is why I'm posting this. I'm not posting because I'm trying to get in any country business. I'm posting it so you can see and be alert no matter what country you read this from. This man is behind the scenes being a puppet master representing Israel. They cry and everybody runs to them and feeds them a bottle and feeds them weapons and whatever they want. Give it to them because they're from the Bible, but they're not even the true Israelites. They're not even the real Jews. That's the Essenes, the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the Nazarenes, the Ethiopians. Those are the real Jews. These people are mixed people from Europe who bogarted that land and playing like they're the real Jews. God bless.